What's good, YouTube? How's it going out there in Tarot Land? Hope everybody is having a beautiful Tuesday. It is the last day of September. How's everybody doing with this transition to fall? I'm telling you, my body is not real happy, but my temperature gauge is, I'll say that. Shit, I'm not overheated anymore, but boy, do my bones and joints hurt right now. It'll be over in a couple of weeks, and hopefully once the barometric pressure just drops and it's just raining, it'll be groovy. So how's everybody doing out there? Hope you guys are good. Where are you watching from? What is your time zone? What is your zodiac sign? All right, we've hit that minute mark, so welcome in, Witches, Bitches, Twats, and Thoughts. I'm Black Betty, and I'm Karma's right hand. This is the Underdog Ministry. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's clear the air and get a reading. I've been told to do a top-down tarot today. One deck, top-down tarot. So let's clear this space and get started for you. Fizzled out towards the end there. Somebody running low on energy, confirmation with the train in the background. Let's get some dice and then we'll do the top down. All right, shake them up. Headphone warning. Hey, oh, you're a Libra. Oh, is it your birthday season? Is it your birthday season? Happy birthday season, Kristen. Hey, Libras. I'm grateful that you're here. All right, let's shake them up, you guys. Let's do this, shall we? All right, the top-down tarot means I'm going to pick one deck today, and I'm going to use that deck, and I'm just going to shuffle it in front of you and flip it one card at a time, okay? Bored. Bored. Somebody's bored right now? The train is going off. I actually have my windows and stuff open because of the rain. It smells so good outside. Air is clear and crisp, and it's my favorite time of year. I absolutely freaking love it when it gets cool. Ooh, couple more days. All right, Kristen. I'll tell you what. Since you've been such an awesome moderator, I will do, if you want to do a live, not for everybody, but you and me, just you and me have the link. I'll do a reading for you for your birthday. Okay? Happy birthday to you. All right. Everybody say happy birthday to the moderator. We got what? 2 more days. I'm going to sing to you. Ha ha. I'm sorry in advance. All right. So let's keep going. Crib. Crib. Somebody's bored in the crib. This is not my vernacular. Somebody's bored in the crib. Shit. Why am I getting that somebody's stuck on house arrest? Fuck. Okay. I'm sorry in advance. Bum is the next word out. Jeez Louise. Spirit has no chill today. 0. Lying. Lying. Jeez Louise. You guys see where Spirit's taking us? Oh, you're welcome, hun. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Thank you for being my moderator. I appreciate it. Hey, Blue Skin, thanks for saying it. Thanks for giving Kristen a shout out. All right, you guys. So we got bored, crib, bum, and lying so far. Shit. You guys know it's probably going to be hardcore with that starting out. And it's going to be a top-down reading, which means there's 0 shuffling, and it's all gas, no brakes from the get. Hey, Peggy. Oh, you changed it. Okay, cool. Hey, you. All right. Sugar. Sugar. Man, that train is, there's a lot of trains today. Crew. Dude, this one's gonna go hard, you guys. In the words of my kid, this is gonna go hard. Board, crib, bum, lying, sugar, and crew so far. Uh-oh. Somebody on house arrest is the other download that I had. Honk. Train is doing that in the background. Honk. There's honk if you're horny. And then somebody's got that bumper sticker. There goes the horn again. The train is horny, I guess. Ew, gross. I'm not even going there, not even entertaining that thought. Sorry. Gen X. Gen X. We got NP, like a non-player character. KDDK. Anything at all. Ed. 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 The name Ed. I'm not going there about anything else that Ed could be today. We're not tapping into that energy today. So somebody's bored in the crib. Bum. Lying. Ed. Could be education, the Department of Education. Could be somebody's name is Ed. Somebody could be watching Ed, and Eddie the cartoon. We've got sugar, we've got crew, we've got honk, and we've got Gen X, you guys. And I am going to do top-down tarot. So I'm going to give you a choice, y'all. You have a choice between original Rider-Waite. You can do the, let's see, Light Seers Tarot. Or we can do the Necronomicon. Because that's the spooky Halloween one that I have with all the beakers and stuff like that. Hey, CK. All right, we got one for Light Seers. First one that's popped up. I'll use that one. Thank you, Kristen. All right, let's get into this. I'm going to shuffle it. I'm going to shuffle it. I'm going to shuffle it, okay? In front of everybody. Let's get this going, you guys. Ouch. Okay, there went my wrist. You guys ever have a tendon roll in your hand? Oh, give me a second. Just a second, sorry. Okay, that tears it. Okay, somebody does not want this reading to get out. And it's gonna. It doesn't matter if my hands are sore or not. That's why we're gonna do a top-down reading, because I don't have to continue to shuffle. All right, so you guys, let's get it. Can you see it there? Which way is the best? We'll just do it like that so I can see it. I'll show them off as they go. The Sun is the first card out. So this is gonna be a happy day. Happy day. Sudden exposure. Somebody giving themselves up to a higher, look at, like, it's like giving herself up to a higher power. Somebody might really have tapped into like their happy spirit. Okay? The Fool is the next card out. Somebody's ready to jump into something new, have a new adventure, a new beginning, take a leap of faith, step out with good faith that they're protected here based on this connection to Source. Okay. Page of Cups is next. There's that fresh idea, fresh energy. Somebody's like got a new lease on life, a new outlook on life. Somebody is bored. They've had a lot of time to think about what could be. This is how they've gotten tapped into this connection to source. All right? This leap that somebody's about to take, they've really thought about it for a while. They've really decided it's what's best for their new beginning, what's best for their heart, what's best for their mind, what's going to elevate them up to the next timeline. This person really has just been laying around, stuck in their house. This person might very well be, if you see there's ankles here, this person's looking at ankles. I said something about an ankle monitor in the very, very beginning. We've got the Chariot in the reverse, excuse me. Chariot in the reverse. Somebody's not going back to their old way of doing things. They're sitting stuck in the crib, bored as hell, feeling like a bum. Their entire crew is gone. Ed, and Eddie is no longer. 10 of Pentacles. Next card out. So this person here is dreaming of what they're going to build once they're free. This person wants something stereotypical. A wife, the kids, the dog, the happy family. Okay? The white picket fence dream here. This person's sick and tired of being sick and tired. 3 of Wands, they're planning on something. They're really strategizing their next move. They're waiting for just the right moment to implement their plan. Empress is the next card out. So they're waiting for just the right moment to implement their plan, and it is ripe for the picking. They're ready to birth this new opportunity, this new life for themselves. They are confident. They are assured. They are ready for a whole new world, quite literally. All right. Now, I've said something about an ankle monitor already, and only people who have been in those areas of life that might be darker or maybe the shady side of things will understand. This woman has a spider web tattooed on her elbow. It's very, very, very faint. You can see it right here. She's got a spider web tattooed on her elbow. Like I said, somebody might be on an ankle monitor. They might be getting out of prison and be bored in the crib. They're stuck. Their old crew has left them behind. This person's planning for a new life, quite literally. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So somebody they might not have a plan for their money or a plan for work or how they're going to support themselves. Hey, Savage Royal, I approve your message. Thank you. And hey, I can't see what that is. Is it digitize? Gigatize. Gigadits. I can't see sideways, sorry. Hi, everybody. So somebody might not have a plan for how they're going to support themselves or what they're going to do for work or maybe a financial outlook. This person's sitting there thinking about how they're going to get themselves out of their situation, how they're not going to go back to it. Ace of Pentacles. So we're going to get an opportunity or an offer or a windfall or a new gift, okay, that's going to help somebody elevate themselves, like a hand up, not a hand out. Hanged Man in the reverse. Possibly this hand up might be yanking someone out of the pit of despair here, where they would otherwise be lost in their perception of something being the wrong way. Okay, so they're looking at something differently, and this is going to like slap them out of it. Just being stuck, bored in the crib. Okay, so somebody wants some sugar. Honk if you're horny. This person is so bored, all they can think about is getting out to get at distraction. And this is the wake-up call they needed. 10 of Cups in reverse. Why are you miserable? Why are you unhappy? Why aren't you following your dreams? Why are you lying around the house, bored in the crib? This is Gen X. This is somebody that's younger, maybe. I mean, I'm going to say not younger, but maybe younger-minded. Like somebody that mid-30s to early 40s that doesn't necessarily fit in with millennials, and they don't necessarily fit in with Gen X either. This is like an outlier. I don't know why I'm calling him that. An outlier. 3 of Pentacles is the next card. This is the person's crew. Look, you're miserable sitting where you're at. There is people that are willing to work with this individual when they get out, get off their butt, get on their feet, whatever it is. The Star in reverse. Maybe once they heal or recover from something, this person might be in recovery, maybe. Maybe they're not locked up. Maybe they're in a rehab facility. Maybe they're bored as hell and this has forced them awake, okay? They can't get out to go distract themselves. Death and Rebirth in the reverse. They cannot go back to their old ways. They cannot resurrect that lifestyle. They can't do it. They have to formulate a plan. This is somebody who is like stuck until they've got a map for their life, like a direction, a moral compass, an entrepreneurship, because it's going to be hard to find a job, whatever they're doing. They're going to have X amount of time sober. This person is stuck. Like, they can't even date. They might be incarcerated. They might be in a facility of any type. You never know. Like I said, that tattoo of that elbow there said maybe, possibly somebody's getting out of jail. Maybe somebody's on house arrest, going on parole, any of those things. But they can't go back to their old life one way or another. The Devil in reverse is the next card out. Right? Kristen, that's my real name, just so you know, is Jennifer. So, Jenna, if anybody's in here making Forrest Gump references, they're welcome. Okay. The Devil in reverse here. You can't go back to your old ways. You have to cut the toxicity, cut the old ties, old contracts, old addictions, old behavior patterns. You can't go back to that old way of being because it's toxic. This person's trying to heal from being, I don't know, what they don't want to be a label. That's why they're in between this Gen X and millennial. This person's like, my name's Ed. Ed, Knight of Wands. Look, this is the person's biggest problem. They've got maybe, I'm getting like some sort of ADD or impulse disorder where they have a hard time controlling their impulses, like their desires. If I want it, I'm gonna go for it. Consequences don't occur to this person. That could be part of what they're going through in this facility here. Knight of Cups in the reverse. So no romantic opportunities. Okay, no romantic opportunities. It might even be segregated by gender, sexual orientation, okay? Gender identity. It might be just like whatever genitalia is in separate places, so there's no access to that type of, I mean, you wouldn't think that medical facilities would ignore the fact that gay people do exist in these facilities. However, we're going to segue past that and keep going with the reading. This person is in some sort of separated facility where they think that that's going to keep them from getting action, okay? It's part of what this person has to work on while they're there. Eight of Pentacles, didn't I just say it's part of what they have to work on? They have to dig deep? Super, super. I don't go by Jenny or Jennifer. I go by Betty. We'll just say Jennifer's my dead name. There's a whole past me, past life y'all have been watching me work through and shed, and it's about gone. So that's the answer to that one, Kristen. All right, so somebody really has to work on some things while they're stuck on the inside of this facility. Three of Cups, they've got a partying issue. They might have a polyamory issue. They might have they might just party too much. It might be a party lifestyle that they have to shed. It might not necessarily be individual behaviors. It might be like somebody going from the glitz and glam of Hollywood to living in the woods as somebody that's a self-sufficient survivalist. Okay? It's going to be a huge transition in their life, and they can't go back. They have to have a plan. They really have to work on themselves, because this lifestyle, they need to stop dipping into it, period. Okay? Eight of Cups, they have to walk away when they're invited. Sorry, I can't go to that party. I've left that kind of shit behind. Until they're strong enough to ignore those distractions and temptations and impulses that they have a hard time reining in right now. Four of Wands in the reverse. Okay, this person has messed up their home life. Maybe they don't feel like there's much to celebrate. Why would I want to go to a party? Why would I want to hang out and do those things when there's not much to celebrate there? With that Four of Wands in reverse, it's like, why bother? It's becoming anticlimactic, double entendre and pun completely intended. Okay? It's anticlimactic for this person. They're bored, I think, in the crib by choice. They don't know what to do other than those things, so they're there, chilling, dealing with this ankle monitor, incarceration, outpatient thing, or inpatient, excuse me, not outpatient. Like where you get released during the day to go do your job, but you sleep there at night to make sure you're not using. It's like one of those rehab facilities where you transition or something like that. King of Swords is here. Somebody's really trying to find their higher self. You see all of the, there is a bat, an owl, a crow. Okay. This person here prefers quiet stealth with these two animals and learns very fast and adapts to their environment extremely well with this animal here. This person is adapting, and they're watching, and they're observing, and they're learning what other people do when they're bored. This is a people watcher. They're really learning how to do different things besides the party lifestyle by people watching. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. They're pent up. They want out. They're cabin fever kind of a thing. Like they're tired of doing the exact same thing every single day on repeat. Okay, so this person's really working on trying to get out of their situation. They want you know, they want their life back. But like I said in the beginning, they're not going to get that until they have some sort of goal and a plan for their future, right? Okay. So there's a Four of Swords in reverse. 4 and 4. Back to back, both in the reverse. And then we have the other Four of Wands. So it's like somebody's protected. Somebody's information is protected. And somebody is... They're going to have to put in some work here with that Four of Swords in the reverse. It's not a time to lay down and like give up. It's a time to let loose and dig in. Page of Wands, take new action. Look, it's a time to let loose and dig in and do. I just heard, show them what you're made of. Somebody here has a talent. They're being forced into this isolation until they break out and show their talent. I'm feeling like this might be celebrity related, you guys. I'm not picking up on anybody specific. But if you think about people along the lines, I'm not going to call out any specific names, but if you think about somebody that might have contracts on their talent, like future things that they have to provide. Authors have to provide 3 more books in the next 10 years. Musicians have to provide 3 more albums. Somebody here has to provide something. And they're being sobered up, forced into a routine, forced into monotony and boredom to stimulate this creativity. This person is handled. They're under some sort of contract where they're not in charge of their own life. They've got handlers. That's why I'm saying this might be like famous somebody. 10 of Wands in the reverse. Oh, okay. Until this person feels so put upon that they let loose. Think about Eminem for another example. Think about Rocky Balboa for another example. My teacher, Mr. Bernert, used to go off about Rocky Balboa. We watched every single movie. That was our rainy day shit that we did in that class. Somebody wants this person to be so underwhelmed with their life, nothing to carry, nothing wrong, that they have a attention-seeking spree. Like they go do a bunch of bad shit and go in the media and get a bunch of attention because any publicity is better than no publicity. Like this person does bad shit to get attention, and they're getting over this attention-seeking behavior while they are in this facility. Once they're super bored, they're going to create something because they're going to want to be paid attention to. 3 of Swords in the reverse. Look, this person's brokenhearted. I'm another example of a huge Hollywood or industry person that creates out of heartbreak is like, you like her or not. Don't argue about it in the comment section, or do. Boost the algorithm. Go for it. Taylor Swift turns her pain into a product. She turns her pain into music, poetry, the next album, right? So people may hate it about her, but she markets herself well. All right? She's good at it. This person is kind of in that same level of fame, but they behave improperly to get headlines. This is somebody that's sobered up. They're stuck where they're at, and they're freaking out to get some sort of attention. And until they get over their attention-seeking behavior, they're going to be kept from all of their distractions. All of the opposite sex, all of the party lifestyle. their friends, anybody that supports them, the crew. Okay, this person's bored in the crib. They don't like it. Seven of Cups in the reverse. They got nothing to do, no options. This person is seeking some sort of mental stimulation and they're not getting it. Six of Wands in the reverse. Look, without that public recognition, like I said, this person's going from fame to farmer. Okay? From a star to survivalist. They're shifting, and not having the public eye is they're not getting some sort of dopamine hit or adrenaline rush from the excitement of it all. This person's like coming down. They're addicted to the melee, the way it makes them feel. Six of Cups. 6 to 6. So somebody wants to go from public recognition to true soul connection, to true friends, true love. This person has to make a shift in their life to be able to appreciate the simple things as opposed to the sparkly things. 8 of Swords. Look at the wrestling with their self, wrestling with their reflection, mentally entrapped, possibly incarcerated, possibly in a facility. One way or another, this person's reflecting on their past. They're reflecting on the things they can't change about themselves, the things that make them feel tied up, the things that make them feel bored, things that make them feel hooked on the lifestyle that they're trying to shed. 9 of Pentacles. Look, they're trying to do this on their own too. They don't really have much help. This person might have just checked themselves into some sort of spa, okay? They might not even necessarily be involuntarily there. They might have put themselves there with their managers and whatnot and are surrounded by their crew, and they're not letting them have nothing. No alcohol, no sex, no people, no friends, no tech, no nothing. No iPads, nothing like that. Here you go. Whatever your artistic medium is. This person may be a writer. They may be a painter. They may be a musician. They may be a poet. They may be some sort of actor that is stuck in a room with nothing but a script and a personality, and they have to come out until they're the right personality. Okay, it's all kinds of different scenarios this could apply to. Temperance in reverse. Until you lose your cool. Until you lose yourself in your art. Until you lose yourself and quit holding back. Somebody's not putting their anger to proper use. When I say proper use, anger, when flung about irresponsibly, is absolutely a weapon. Projection. However, anger, when used to motivate yourself and turn into fuel, think like I just said about all of the other artists that I just mentioned. Some bad shit happens and boom, there's a new album. Boom, there's a new game. Boom, there's a new trend. There's a new Banksy piece of art somewhere. Anger, when used as a fuel, is a proper tool. It's a part of us that wants to keep us safe. Nobody gets mad when a dog bites an intruder that would never, ever bare their teeth at a baby. So think about proper placement of anger when I'm talking about this. It's not just willy-nilly go fuck shit up because you're pissed. Okay? This is somebody that's got to really dig deep into why they're sitting there. Maybe it's self-imposed, maybe it's not, maybe they're their management team or their conservator or their legal team or something has got this person isolated for their best behavior or for their own good here. Two of Cups. All this person can think about is finding a partner. Being lonely, lying there in the dark at night, has this person thinking about human connection. Okay? Ace of Swords. Getting full clarity on their own internal workings. I'm getting the visual of like one of those grandfather clocks that has one of those chains that goes back and forth hour after hour. Okay, it's like somebody's gears are spinning here. Ace of Wands right after the Ace of Swords. You see what I'm talking about? Somebody's gears are spinning. Hey Olivia, hey Aurora, hey Taylor, how's it going? Congratulations, that is amazing work. Good job. Pause for just a second. If nobody else clapped for your 10 months today, fuck yes. You did that. You did that. Hey, what's up, Wyoming? Welcome. So somebody here is really stuck in their head, got the gears turning. What are they going to do with their new beginning? They've got to do something new. They've got to try something new. They've got to open their mind. Okay? Eight of Wands in the reverse. It's a slow process for this person. The creative process, it might take this person months and months and months and months and months. And then all of a sudden in 2 weeks, they'll write 5 books, 3 albums, shoot an entire docu-series, whatever. This person might, come up with an entire online course that covers 32 weeks or something like that. And it happens like a flash. But they've been processing and processing and processing, processing. And then when it happens, it's all of a sudden. This person's being forced into that all of a sudden because they know that they're not going to get out of it until they create something. Okay. They know they're not going to get out of it until they create something. This person is they're locking them away and throwing away the key right now. Okay. The Five of Pentacles. This person's not getting anything. Nothing but the bare necessities. They're being forced into some sort of survival mode, so they create. Six of Pentacles. So here's the deal. It's a give and take process for this person. They do this regularly. It's a cycle for them. This is how they stack for themselves. What they do is they go into like some sort of, it's like a self-imposed jail when they get out of control or something like that, when they've done too much, when they've partied too long, when they're tired of the lifestyle. This one's permanent, though. This one's permanent. They're setting themselves up for it to be consistent for the future. Their lifestyle to be consistent constantly. Like there's not going to be any more back and forth into party and isolation. They want a life that they don't have to recover from. Nine of Swords in the reverse. I said it before I flipped the card. They want a life that they don't have to recover from. Four Cups in the reverse. Okay. This person is also trying to overcome some of their own self-rejection, their internal world where they feel kind of negative about themselves. Like, they want a life they don't have to recover from, and they trying to just accept themselves. They don't have to be fancy. They don't have to feel down in the dumps. They can just be, and they're okay. They don't have to keep being performative constantly. Seven of Swords in the reverse. They don't have to be anything other than who they truly are. They can be their real self. They can tell the truth. They can just walk in their own skin with no hiding anything, no secrecy, no stealth, just honesty. Just honesty. This is how this person wants to live, but they're not quite there yet. This is how they want to live, but they're just not quite there yet. Judgment. This is who they aspire to be, and they're giving it up. They're giving everything up. This is surrender to their higher self right here. Two of Wands. This is why they've stuck themselves in between a rock and a hard place. Because when they surrender, some of the most magical shit happens. So here they are, bored, stuck in the crib, looking out until inspiration strikes. Until inspiration strikes. And then they're going to hit it super fast. Then they're going to take the opportunity and run with it quite literally. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Look at the web coming off of his shoe. He's got Louboutins. He's out there running. With dusty Louboutins, he's out there running. Okay, so this is somebody that is really affluent, and they're going to take their fancy ass shit and go. They're going to leave it behind, even if it's collecting cobwebs, they don't care. They're about to take an opportunity and run with it, but they're waiting for that inspiration to strike before they do. Seven of Wands. This person's even bucking up on their spiritual protection. You see that bubble around her? So somebody here has been working on centering themselves so they are impervious to spiritual attacks or digs or other people's bullshit. When they take this opportunity and run with it, they're going to be in their higher self energy. Okay? The Tower in reverse is going to be a shock to everybody. It's like going to be something that's... when this person breaks out, and it's not literal, this is metaphorically. When they get out of their old shell, so like a hermit crab, getting out of the small, tight thing that's restricting their growth into something that is a better fit for them, it's going to shock everybody to no end. It's going to be like, oh my God, it's devastating for everybody else except for this person. Okay? It's going to devastate all the people that benefit off of this person's wealth or fame or whatever it is. It's going to devastate everybody that thought that they could, just tempt this person into some sort of romantic liaison or sexual encounter. This person's turning everything down. They have, I don't know if it's self-isolation yet still. I think this person might be kind of involuntarily like it at a spa for exhaustion. Okay? Five of Swords. At a spa for exhaustion. Look at the face. Just can't take this shit anymore. Just can't take these people. Can't take it. There's always somebody trailing me. Always somebody tailing me. Shadowing me. Something like that. This person wants, I don't know, to go to bed. They just want to sleep for like a week. That's all I can hear from this picture. This person wants to sleep for like a week. What in the schizophrenic shit? Kristen, where are you? Can you deal with Mr. Jimmy V. Martin, please? Please just delete the whatever the verbal vomit in the comment section is down there. Shit. Somebody's exhausted. They just can't. They want to sleep for a week, okay? Look, they need to get some sort of time to recover their faculties. They need to get a hold of themselves. They need to get control of their money. They need to get control of their future. Like I said, this person has to have a game plan because what they're doing is changing everything permanently. This is not something they're going back to. The Hermit in reverse. Once they break out, this is not something that they're going to return to. Nobody's going to see this person again that's ever known them. Like, this is the plan. This person's never going to go back to the crew. They're going to disappear into the woods somewhere. They're going to disappear into the quiet, etc. High Priestess, to go connect with their higher self. This person is listening to their intuition. There is some sort of, I'm going to say the microcosm is representing the macrocosm in the situation. It's like a bifurcation of a timeline. Like, there's a split in humanity, and this person's not gonna stay in the barrel with the crabs that are trying to pull them back in it. Okay? We got the Two of Swords in the reverse. They will not be impeded on. They're not going to be blocked from their new life. They're not going to be fooled going into their new life. They're not going to be played going into their next life. This person's changing everything, and they're going into it with blinders off, completely eyes wide open here. Strength. Eyes wide open with a new resolve. A tenacity that can't be broken. Fierce and gentle at the same time. Wouldn't hurt a fly, but don't come for me energy. Whoever this man is has found some sort of zen in this isolation, in this stuckness. They have found themselves, and they're extremely tired of capitalism. Like, they don't want to buy their way through life. This person would rather go out and go fishing. This person would rather watch a sunrise. This person would rather enjoy a nice extra hour and a half under the covers than get up and drive an hour and a half to commute to somewhere he hates and be under fluorescence. This person is very much an outdoorsy type of energy, and they're in a cityfied situation. Nine of Wands. They're tired of it. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. No longer buying into the rat race. No longer buying into the rat race at all. The Lovers in reverse. This person is alone. They haven't been dealing with people, not even intimately. Like I said, this person is off somewhere. Whether it's self-induced or whether it's involuntarily, it could be either. Magician in the reverse. This person, let's just say they lost touch with their spark. They lost touch with their creative juices. They lost touch with it all for a very long time. No love. No longer buying into the illusion. I'll say that anymore. No longer buying into the illusion. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Found a new resolve. And this person here is trying to regain their magic. Page of Swords. This person might be learning something new. They might be opening their mind to a new way of thinking. They could be crossing a bridge that they thought was not for them to walk. They didn't think that was their path because it was too narrow. It was too simple. It was too clean. There was only one direction. And they didn't think that that was... I'm hearing this person say, it's too obvious, that can't be it. It's too easy. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. So they went the other way. Shit. Okay, so this person did not listen. The Hierophant's here. This person didn't listen. Look at what this Page of Swords is walking on. You see how tiny the little bridge is. The path this person had from point A to point B was so small and so direct, it was too easy. All right? If it's too good to be true, it probably is. This person had it in their mind that things had to be complicated. This person had to be complicated. Life had to be complicated. And now they're seeing that the only way... They're laughing. They're laughing. The only way to God is to sit there and be there, wherever you are. There's a System of a Down lyric. Oh, God. Every time I try to go where I really want to be, it's already where I am because I'm already there. Okay? The kombucha mushroom people tripping around all day. This person has found a different kind of lifestyle. They want to go live in the woods. King of Wands. This person sees themselves as the king of beasts. That is funny as fuck. Beast mode. That's the right word. This person's in beast mode on their own life. They're getting brutal. They're cutting out everyone and everything that is blocking them, that is fighting with them. Anyone and everything. Beast mode. Full on beast mode. Laughing all the way to the bank. Was it really that simple? Was it really that simple? Point A to point B, it was too easy. That can't be the answer. It's not complicated enough. Look. This is not how you get somewhere. This is how you get pulled in 15 different directions. This is drama. This is a mess. And you have to go beast mode and just shake this shit off. Okay? End it. Stop the cycle. Do not participate. You just have to stop going back to your old cycles. You're going to get so bored, you're going to have an idea. It's going to be a bright idea. You're not going to want to deal with it. You're not going to want to do it, though. Your bright idea, you're going to be literally talking yourself out of it. 9 of Cups in the reverse. Nobody's going to like that. Nobody's going to want it. Nobody's going to support me. Blah. Who gives a fuck about nobody else? What are you thinking about while you're there? If it's entertainment for you while you're bored in the crib and you think you need to create it, who cares what other people think? That strike, like you have to get that bored that you have to end your own cycles. Quit going back to the distractions. Like, color a freaking kindergarten picture with the sun in the corner and a rainbow and the grass and a flower in the middle of it if you have to. Spark your creative juices here. 10 of Swords in the reverse. Get out of your own way. Quit sabotaging your own future. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. Ace of Cups in the reverse. There's not enough love for yourself right now to get out of your own way with this self-sabotage. You'll get there. You'll get there. Justice. You're doing the right thing for yourself and you'll get there. All right? You're doing the right thing for yourself. You'll get there. Look, your shadow side, your dark side, that's a thing of the past. All right? You're above it right now. You're above it. Even if you're bored, even if it's self-imposed, even if all your friends turned on you instead of you turning on them, one way or another, you're not supposed to be with drama crew. King of Cups. And you're getting a hold of your own emotional maturity, emotional capacity to hold space for yourself and other people, to be empathetic even if it's not your situation. If you've never gone without shoes and it takes for you to go barefoot in the woods and step on a couple of sticks for you to understand that it should be something that every human being has that needs it, regardless of their status in life, that's emotional empathy. This person's starting to learn how to put themselves in other people's shoes, to walk a mile in other people's discomfort, to be alone with themselves. And do you like it? Do you like who you are when you're alone? That's what this person's learning. The wheel. Seems like this is the best thing this person can go through right now for their future. It's going to change everything in the positive for them. This is a good turn of fate. This is good luck. This is your moral compass on north. Six of Swords in the reverse. Your moral compass on north, even if you had a turbulent past, even if things have been hectic, full of turmoil, emotions churning, okay? Use that as a tool. Use that as a tool. Be compassionate with yourself and use that as a tool for your healing. Hold space for yourself. Look, she's crying. She's in a little bit of pain, but she's also releasing. All right, whatever you're going through here, yes, it fucking hurts. But once you go through this hurt, it's like breaking a bone. Fuck, it's broken. I'm broken. Shit has to get reset, and then you're stuck in a really hard situation for a while where you can't move with the way you want to. It might be itchy. It might be uncomfortable. You're not going to like it. It's going to bother you. And finally, when that's cut loose, those muscles are going to be weak. Your spiritual muscles are going to be weak. It's going to hurt, but you have to rebuild. Page of Pentacles. Little by little, step by step, do the next right thing for you. That's what this person's learning. Nobody else is teaching them this. This is all the shit this person is like having epiphanies while they're sitting by themselves for their own good. Whether they're sharing this information with anybody or not, I am unsure. I think it's fueling this person's creativity to a point where they're going to give the proper respect to themselves for a change. Knight of Pentacles. Proper respect to themselves for a change. Walk in honor. Lead themselves and lead their own path with integrity. Five of Cups. To quit crying over spilled milk. Yes, you can regret the past, but you don't let it haunt you. You have to let it go. You have to kind of bury those regrets, and you have to get over them. Queen of Swords in the reverse. The negative internal dialogue where you're punishing yourself for your existence has to stop. Whoever this person is, you're lying to yourself constantly that you don't matter, that you don't have anything to contribute, that you are not valued. And while that could be true with the crew that you're currently around, there are people in your future. I'm not going to say in your current immediate surroundings, but you do have people in your future that will value you, even though you've got a lot of negative negative internal stuff that you're getting over, you're working on while you're out there. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. A lot of stuff that like makes you want to just fall down on your knees a lot. It takes you by surprise at the most random moments. Like you'll be totally fine, and then something will occur in your day, or you'll hear a song, or you'll have a memory, or you'll repeat something from your past. Just sitting there thinking about it, some TV show will come on, and bam, you're knocked off balance. Okay? This is that emotional control that you're trying to learn how to steel yourself. Back there with that King of Cups energy. Sometimes the rug gets pulled out from under people, and it happens. The Emperor is here, but you have to learn how to control yourself and how to boss up, how to manage the situation, and how to maneuver around those sudden surprises in life. The way other people move around you, you can't necessarily control the way other people move around you, but you can control how you respond. And that's the biggest thing here, by not getting knocked to your knees. By not getting knocked to your knees, because believing the negative, it makes it harder to stand tall, okay? Don't believe the worst about yourself. Final card for the reading, you guys. The Moon. The Moon. This person here is being illuminated to their own depths while they're going through what they're going through here. And they're never going to be the same person again. They're never going to relate to the old crew the same way they used to. They're never going to be available for that kind of party lifestyle ever again. This person here, if it ain't deep, these are the last two cards. If it isn't deep, this person isn't going to make a move. Period. If it isn't that deep, they're not going to make a single move. All right, you guys, battery's about to die, so I don't want to get you all cut off. Thank you, Kristen. Happy birthday. We will say that for the next couple of days for you. Hey, Tai Tumiente Official. I hope I did not say that improperly. I hope that I didn't butcher the pronunciation. Please forgive me if I did. Let's see. Maids, Abby, his love. Made by his love and grace and mercy. Hello, how are you? Hello, Sonia. All right, Aurora, we will see y'all later, you guys. I'm going to close out the reading. Betty Boop, hello, hello. All right, kids. I appreciate each and every one of you. And remember, if I can manage to not be a piece of shit, so the fuck can you. Black Betty out.